like a mic. I got a no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the bank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Running like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. Top dog like I vanished. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her, you got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavily, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold.
Pretty and paid. Ayy. Y'all heard know I'm coming. I don't want to clarify. Keep up. Ayy. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on the Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a lack, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad it. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sip that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only care about what the painkiller say. Urge you wanna be, don't gotta whip it. Rag on no petty. Let's stop talking that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it or pop it, empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. All these we not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on the Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a lack, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like put a stack in it. I'm bout it, stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie, honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty, leaving my mark like it. I see no biggie, call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. It's bun on my knife, stop trying to look. They do not cover me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if you're under me. I'm with it in Rex involved. All they texts and calls, run me that, making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you ain't taking none. You bragging on past, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. No, ain't no cap in it. I like put a stack in it. I'm bout it, stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. People know what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. But I get that daily paper. Stop playing me.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get the chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. To hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. top of the food chain, rock bottom, and handle my business when it was my rock. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands. Deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top. Stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pull out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, then the juke move. Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play.
It's week 7 of the 2025 season, and we'll see the Colts' creative quarterback. He had a week off last week, now ready to get moving again after the bye. It's the Colts and the Chiefs, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. The drive starts with it, and right away he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams sprint plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So the Colts in great position here as they get things started. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. And sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Bush. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Not what you wanted there. It goes as a sack and a loss of a yard, and now it's 4th and goal. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball, but they've brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Fields. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Dillon. And he's got some space here. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 9. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Justin Fields with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run up the middle to Bush. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Colts at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. They'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Bush. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you. Maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Flush to his right. He finds his man complete. That's Bush. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Bush trying the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
They'll look to throw here. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, He recognized that they were all over him as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass, exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, and a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Now Fields. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A give. This is Bush. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. Sly able to put this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Colts set to take over here offensively. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first down, he'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. With their second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
No problem there on the extra point. The lead is now 14-10. A long touchdown pass gets him 6. A very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Fields on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Right back to Njoku. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, it's Fields. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To the air again, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. This is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We'll start in the AFC South, a division matchup between Tennessee and Houston. And it's the Texans who've got the lead in the second quarter. Malik Willis has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head to New Jersey. The Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Chase Claypool, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown reception. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first two quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Colts to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll set up a throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try to cover downfield.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. The extra point up and good, and the lead is up to 8. So that drive span 5 plays. The result for the Colts is a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. On first down, Fields. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw is Fields. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Sly able to put this one through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Bush. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback, because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 56 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Take it in at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. they're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On second down, Spiller looking for space. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On the run, it's Bush. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough, and now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. That's caught by Waller out left side. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Fletcher Cox able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely 1st down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And that's a killer, because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
You're exactly right. Looked like a 4 sure stop on 3rd. Touchdown! Wandale Robinson from 4 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wandale Robinson. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the 1st half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now it's Fields. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. He's got Ayuk once again. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 38 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it. And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay game. Offense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay game. Offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay game. Offense.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still first down.
clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game,
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game,
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game,
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game,
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the playoff in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game,
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game. Offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game. Offense.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the playoff in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay game, offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay game, offense.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay game, offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay game, offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game,
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.